So hey guys, I'm back with another video. In today's video I will be doing a plan with me. I will be planning from April 20th to April 26th, and I will be using a kit from Tralala stickers. This is a printable kit. You guys know I have been in love with printable kits, so if you want me to actually do like a haul of the printable kits that I might pick up for the month, just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead and do one of those for you because I have built up quite a collection. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications of my next upload. And we'll go ahead and get into the video. So right here, I'm just starting with my bottom washi, and I really love her kits because they always come with like that piece of washi to cover up the calendar. And I have grown, I think I have only used one other weekly kit from her, I believe, and that was the I Am Black History Month. I love that kit. That was very cute, but I have bought like a whole stack of kits from her. I just haven't used them yet in my planner, but I do plan on doing that. So now she does not format her kits where it actually looks like it's a kit, if that makes sense. And this is an old one because I bought this probably in the beginning of the month, but I did buy a new kit that I see that is actually says like Tralala sticker, just so you can tell like where it comes from. It's not just actually like a PDF file, but that's neither here nor there. I am going ahead and whitening out that little thin bar under the date covers, just so I could go ahead and use the glitter headers as some washi to cover that up. And originally this was not a voiceover, but sis was tipsy and I was just like, this is a 50-minute video and I'm seeing absolutely nothing in it, so I decided to do a voiceover. And right now I'm just going ahead and putting down the date dots on the date cover so I could go ahead and list those. So I will be doing that now. And this week is it's going to be a little bit different, just because this will be the first full week that I am not at work. If you guys don't know, I was put on furlough for my job, and that was in the middle of last week, so I worked up until Wednesday and I have been home since then. So this is like my first full week without me having to schedule anything around my work schedule. So we'll just see how this goes in case I just give you my experience on that. So I'm just using the glitter headers, like I said before, to put down on that bottom bar, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my date covers down. So like I was saying, it's going to be really interesting in terms of, you know, what I get done and what I don't get done today. I am uploading this on Monday, April 20th, so happy 420. But in New Jersey, this is the day that everything is closed. So even if I needed to go grocery shopping or anything this day, I won't be able to do that because all the essential businesses have been asked to close on Monday. So I'm just trying to figure out which fold box I'm gonna use, and I do go with the girl over that little hexagon cover, and I'm gonna white that whole thing out. So I was talking about, actually at this point, about the new life planner that's coming out. It is coming out in about 7 days, I believe. The time to pick it up is April 27th. And hopefully that is the date for insiders. I'm gonna just tell y'all, last year when I picked up my life planner, I ordered it early and I was supposed to get a charm, and I never got my charm. They sent me like an extra sticky note thing, which I don't really use that long sticky notes. Now, I have gotten it in a couple of my other boxes, but I was just like, Aaron Condra, like, what was the point of me ordering early for me not to be able to get my charm? But that's neither here nor there. But I'm very excited. I will be staying in my hourly format, and I do have a vertical. I do have a vertical for my memory planner, but I'm not even out of October, child. With that, so I do think I'm gonna go ahead while I have the time and go ahead and film some of those because I haven't did one of those in a while. So I'm just building up my bottom bar, my sidebar. I'll put down 2 habit trackers because I do like to track 2 specific things. Then I put down that Monday through Sunday box, and I put down another one, and I'm just cutting down that little faux box, that little faux cover to cover up the calendar because I usually have a lot more space, but I think because those habit trackers are a little bit bigger than what I usually use, that's why it's like a little less space I have, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm excited about the life planner that's coming out. I see they added back the half hours. Hopefully with the new pattern that she has, well, the new 2 themes that she has, because she has 2 of them, that hexagon thing will be gone. I wasn't really a big fan of it. So all of the whitening out and stuff is like ridiculous. Yeah, so I have no idea what I'm doing right here. I probably went to get something. But like I was saying, child, I was having like the little time of my life on this night. I had a little drinky drink. So I was drinking and planning. I should have just been like in my memory planner because, child, this was a struggle. Like when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, when I have to edit this, I'm gonna have to just like do a voiceover. So I'm figuring out my videos for you guys this week. Like I told you, I am a furlough, so I did have to apply for unemployment. So as far as like my budgeting videos for next month, I don't know how that's gonna go because I don't even know if I'm gonna have a budget to budget, so to speak. I don't have any kind of correspondence yet back from unemployment, so I'm still waiting for that. And with the amount of people that's applying, trying to get somebody on the phone to ask questions, hasn't really worked out in my favor. I'm gonna give it to today. Because I was supposed to receive a call back in 72 hours after I filed my claim, and I haven't gotten a call yet at this time. If I don't get a call, then I will be calling just to make sure I did, in fact, do the correct thing because I wasn't told to claim weekly benefits yet or anything like that. I was just told to wait for a call from unemployment. So I hope that I read it the right way. I wasn't expecting my application to be over that quick because on my phone and on the computer looked different, but I don't know. I'm almost a little nervous now because I'm not sure the right thing happened. But anyway, y'all can see the videos that I have planned. It's nothing different. I think I did add like a 6th video. So, we'll figure it out. Last week, I didn't get all my videos out either, but that's because I was in a kind of a blah mood. And I really have to try to plan my filming time accordingly because the kids are home. So if I don't do it early in the morning, then I kind of don't do it at all just because it's like a lot of noise. And then I don't like doing a lot of voiceovers. It's not my thing to go back and do things and then do voiceovers on them. So we'll see. So now we're going to get into the day by day, and I'm just checking here to make sure that I don't have any bills that's coming up. But honestly, I have been paying my bills way before time, so I just don't forget them. I think the only one I do really have to pay is my cell phone bill, which I believe is due today. Depending, sometimes they get charges, sometimes they don't. I'm about tired of them because they come up with an excuse of why my card couldn't be charged, and I just be like, really, really. So we'll see on that. Then today, for the most part, because everything is closed, I'm really going to be pushing on working on my new releases that I want to have coming out Friday. I will be having my June new releases coming out for my sticker shop, as well as I do want to go ahead and hit live on my website for my lip gloss business. I do plan on adding more things to that. And since I will be having the rest of my shipment between Wednesday and Thursday, I went ahead and put the goal for Friday to go ahead and open up some stuff. And I just used a Maro on a laptop from Paper and Milk in that half box to go ahead and take up some time. And I do want to go ahead and film the videos that I have planned. So I did take Munchkin from Once More with Love to put down that will be a film day, and I did just put that on a little things. Those YouTube play buttons are from the Coffee Monsters Co. I couldn't find my Paper and Milk ones, even though I know I had some. Honestly, saving them for no reason, but it is what it is. I did put down a 3-heart checklist just for some things that I wanted to get done today. And I am, editing today on Monday because I didn't do it on Saturday or Sunday. I was just relaxing, catching up on my shows. I think I caught up on Married to Medicine. I can't get into the LA one, but I did go ahead and watch that. And I have been watching my episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I've been catching up on that stuff, as well as getting some things prepared for my businesses that I have coming up. I did start designing some stuff for my new releases, but child, I honestly was thinking about just closing my Etsy shop, and I talked about this in this actual plan with me, and I didn't do it because the whole thing came down to being basically laid off, so I had more time for the shop, but I don't feel like my shop is doing as well as it should be. So it almost has me a little bit unmotivated to go ahead and put out things that nobody is buying. I do marketing and stuff, but honestly, I was going a lot harder when I was working, and these last couple of days I have not. And I do think that's just because of the whole situation that has happened with me. I do tend to get a little unmotivated to do certain things when financially I know that I'm having issues. So I do think that's one of the reasons why I have not been to the computer at all. And I haven't really been in the bed either. But I just haven't been in a rush to get over there. And I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but most of the time I just have to push myself out of that mode to just get back to my goals and what it is that I had at hand. So Tuesday is payday for me. I did mark it as my last paycheck from my job, and we'll see how it looks because the week before they actually messed up on my paycheck. So I didn't get my full paycheck last week. So I'm going to get the other half of my paycheck plus my full paycheck for my last week that I worked. So we'll see. I'm honestly really a little bit concerned about this unemployment thing. I'm sorry to keep talking about this, but this is what is on my mind, which is so I can't focus on anything else. I don't know what I put, list or something. It probably has something to do with like one of the shops or something. I don't have my planner in front of me while I'm doing this voiceover. And yeah, so it's probably something to do with the shop. I do want to have all my new releases pre-listed before I go live on them, and then I'll just go live all at the same time. If you're looking at this, all April releases will be discontinued from the shop. I did have a 50% off sale going off on them, and May will be only here until I want to say that next week, Friday. I'm going to give it a week. Usually I let it sit in the shop a little bit longer, but most of the time people are not buying my stickers, to be honest. I get some sales on them, but none like on my budgeting kits and stuff. So that was the reasons why I was thinking I was just going to ask them. But honestly, you know, I was looking at something to try to increase like my ranking, and they told me that I was doing better than 65% of the shops on Etsy, and I guess that's a good percentage, but my pockets wise, I don't see it. And not that I spend a lot of money on my Etsy shop, because I really don't. I have like all my supplies and stuff that I do. So it's not really a big issue, but it would be, better if all the time and effort that I put into it, I actually make those sales. So I guess it's just something that I have to work on. The same thing with my YouTube channel recently. I haven't been getting the views that I would like. I'm not really sure why. But my YouTube, I've been on YouTube for about my daughter, almost 9 years now. And I have revamped channels and made new channels. And honestly, I do it because I love to do it, not for the views or for anything else. You guys watching it and supporting me is a plus, because I'm doing it because I actually want to. So that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So I think I'm putting like a workout thing down and planning out workouts. That's one of the things I want to go ahead and do while I'm home, because I'm fat. And I've been fat for some time. And this excuse was that I was at work, I couldn't work out, but I really have time to sit down and make out a plan that works for me. So that's what I'll be doing. So I finished up my week Monday through Wednesday, and now we're getting over to Thursday. I am putting down a little things header with a 3-heart checklist. And I do think I want to go ahead and go to the ATM. And, I wanted to go to Walmart. I'm not sure why. And I don't know what that other thing says. That was everything that I had planned for Thursday, though. And Friday is my new releases day. So I did take that big half box, and I did put a dab-in, a munchkin on there. I love those little dab-in ones. As soon as I saw that she released those, I went ahead and picked them up because I thought they were very cute. Dabbing on you hoes. It's probably a little bit extra. I am laying in my bed doing this voiceover, so if you hear me a little bit low, that's why. I don't know what else I put that I had to do on Friday. And I'm going to wait to see what I marked down, because, again, I don't have my planner with me. I literally could get up to go and get it, but I don't feel like it. I'm putting down another 3 hard checklist to fill in some things that I want to get done on this day as well. Laundry is one of them. I have went through my daughter's clothes, and honestly, the stuff that she can't fit, I usually go ahead and give it to my niece. I started making a Goodwill donation bag because most of her clothes are 90% fine to give to somebody else, like with no stains and stuff. But I do think that I'm going to start listing them on Poshmark because a lot of stuff she hasn't even worn. New Jersey is a uniform state, so 95% of the time she is in uniform. And the times that she's not, she doesn't get to wear regular clothes often, like the jeans and stuff. So she has like a million pair of jeans that I do think I'm going to go ahead and list on Poshmark. So if anybody is interested in going ahead and picking those up, my Poshmark is always listed down below in my description bar. To my closet, I will be adding her things over the course of this week. So if anybody have any kids, I have like some little summer dresses, summer shorts, jeans and sweaters, shirts that I'll be listing for relatively cheap. These items will be from the Gap and H&M mostly. I do have some coats as well from Zara that I will be listing for cheap, and these things cost me money. Like, a pair of jeans from the Gap costs like $40, and they will be listed for pennies. And if nobody buys them, then I just take them down and give it to Goodwill when they start accepting clothes. I mean, somebody should use them, and they shouldn't just be sitting in here and me hoarding them. So yeah. So I did put down that I want to wash my hair. I want to do a workout, and then I want to have like a little spa day for me and Leia. We get to spend that time together because we are both home. And Sunday is always the day that I reconcile all my finances. So I will go through and look at all my spending for the week, which, child, my next 2 check-ins for this month. Whew, it's not really that bad because the way that my check was messed up, and then I got my stimulus check, and I did give myself a certain amount on the stimulus check, but I just feel like it was probably too much. I did too much spending. So I did put down a budget time sticker that is from my shop, and one of those glitter half boxes. I put down a little things that I want to go ahead and film on this day as well. And then I put down another faux box. Most of the times these shops, well, not these shops, but her shop doesn't come with, a weekend banner, so I go ahead and put down that faux box just to take up some space. And this is how my week looks. I know a lot of people with the COVID-19 was saying, how can I go ahead and plan in my planner when I don't have no plans? I'm stuck at home, but you could clearly see that you can go ahead and plan out everything, and I'm not even leaving my house, for some of these things. It's only necessary things that I put down on certain days for me to leave my house. Our stay to put curfew is 8 o'clock. So there's that. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel and you're interested in going ahead and seeing my spreads once they're completed, I do go ahead and put them on Instagram. That's at simply_rel, as well as I have Instagrams for both of my small businesses. I have one for my Etsy shop, which is at Simply Rel Budgets, and then I have one for my upcoming cosmetics brand that I do plan on expanding and making, more than what it is for right now. now. We're going to start off with the lip gloss, but we're not going to stop at lip gloss. And that is at Dollface Contours Cosmetics. All of those links will be listed down below, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. I do think that the cleaning videos will be coming back, and that will be on my other channel. That's where I started that, because the people have been asking for it, and my house has been a mess, so it's in need of some deep cleaning. Thank you so much, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Bye.